Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on February the 23rd, 2021. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. All right, so a very busy day coming up in terms of the news. To start the day off, we have employment numbers here for UK. Now, these numbers, even though they are not marked in red, they are very important. So generally, we see a move based on these numbers. If the numbers come in positive, that will be a good thing for pound, and we're likely to see the price move higher. A bit of a miss won't really make much of a difference, but a substantial miss will have a negative impact on the pound. So we'll have to watch out for that. Now, another thing we'll have to keep an eye out for here would be in the New York session. We have Fed Chair Powell speaking. So right now, ahead of his speech, we have been testimony. We are seeing US dollar on the back foot. US dollar has not done well today, and a lot of that has to do with the with his testimony, because we are expecting him to basically continue, or Fed to continue supporting the markets. So that is a negative thing for the US dollar, and he's also likely to basically push for the fiscal stimulus package as well. So the $1.9 trillion package that President Biden is wanting to put forward. So all of that, all of the money supply, extra money that is being put into the market, that is negative when it comes to the currency strength. And this is why we are seeing the US dollar drop as a result. So this is something to watch out for here. We also have Bank of Canada governor speaking here as well. At this point, not really expecting any change in policy, but again, both of these here, the commentary will be that will be important would be how long are we expecting the interest rates to stay low? So if the commentary is basically we are going to keep the interest rates low, they have already said for the next couple of years. But if that gets extended, or there are more comments in regards to providing more support to the market, all of those will be negative for the currency. So same applies to Canadian dollar here as well. And then also we have Reserve Bank of New Zealand monetary policy statement, not expecting an interest rate change at this point, but we'll have to watch out for similar comments. Any kind of comments in regards to providing extended support for the market will actually be negative for the currency, and any sort of comments that suggest that the economy is doing well and they will hold the status quo for now, those will be neutral, but I would not expect them to speak about tightening at this point. So we'll keep an eye on that. All right, so let's move on to our charts here. We'll start off with euro dollar here. We saw euro dollar go up. Today it is into resistance, so be mindful of that. But right now, US dollar not doing so well. So in against US dollar, everything is going up. So right now, bias is bullish. Today's candle close is bullish. So next target here is 1.2190 back into the support resistance level. And then above that, we are looking at 1.2220. So bias here is bullish. For euro dollar, I would just watch out for this support resistance level here. This is where price had struggled previously. And so basically right into this level here, we have a wall of resistance. So watch out for that. Things could turn around. But for now, bias is bullish. Pound dollar here, this one has been pushing higher here as well. We saw a bit of a pullback, and then price moved higher. So looking bullish here. 1.4150 is the next target. Now keep in mind the momentum seems to be dropping a little bit, but still bullish bias. So 1.4150 is the target here. Aussie dollar here, this one has moved up, nice bullish move here. And if we were to zoom out a bit, as we can see, prices into support resistance level. So do keep that in mind. We do have monetary policy statement, which could have an impact on New Zealand dollar as well. So all of those things will be important here. So right now, bias is bullish. And in terms of our targets here, we are looking at 0.7960 and then 0.7985. So bias here is bullish for New Zealand dollar. But just keep in mind it's right into resistance, so watch out for that. If it doesn't break through today's high, we could see a pullback, but bullish bias for the time being. Sorry, that was Aussie dollar. My apologies. So we don't have monetary policy for Aussie. New Zealand dollar is the one we have monetary policy coming up for. So we'll have to keep that in mind. So right now bias is bullish, but for this one here as well, we are into resistance here, back into this support resistance level. So prices reacted at this level many times. So keep an eye on that because we could see a similar reaction. Right now, though, bias is bullish. What we need to look for here is I'm looking for a pullback into 0.7300. If it holds, then we are looking for a further move to the upside. So for now, it has broken out of this range. It is looking bullish, but if it goes through this support level, we could see price come back into the range once again. So that's something we have to watch out for. That's the caution, but otherwise bias is bullish. As long as it holds above 0.7300, we're looking for a further move higher. Dollar CAD here, this one is looking bearish. Now, today's candle close here, not that strong. We have a neutral candle close. So price has struggled with this level before, as we can see. Overall, the move is still to the downside here. And what I would look for here would be to see if price can break the support level here. If it doesn't break the support level, we are back into the range once again then. So this is what we need to watch out for. So right now, neutral to bearish bias. If it doesn't go through, we're looking for a move back, but it is looking bearish at the moment. Let's take a look at our commodities here. Starting off with silver, we finally see that price broke through the resistance here. Here we are, went through the top of the range here. So now if it holds above, we're looking for a continuation. So it's very important that price hold above the support resistance level. Otherwise, it could get back into the range here. So important place to look at would be 28.00. If it holds above, looking for a further move higher. But once it crosses down here, we are back into the range once again, and it will become bearish. So right now it is bullish, and target here is 28.85. But again, the most important thing to pay attention to here would be that we see price hold above the resistance level. So bullish buys here for now. Gold here, gold as well. We see the price held the support level here, and today's candle close is quite bullish here, looking for a continuation move into 1830 level here. So back into this previous support resistance level, and this is where we may see price struggle again. So bias is bullish, but watch out because we may see price turn around at our support resistance level at 1830. So bullish bias for gold. Oil here, very strong move in oil, still moving higher here, looking bullish right now. Next target is 63.20, and then above that we're looking at 64. So bullish bias here for oil. Copper here also looking bullish, but we do have a large pin on the top here. So we saw a lot of momentum in copper to the upside, and now it seems to be running out. So if it doesn't break through today's high, we could see a turnaround. So watch out for that. Neutral bias for the time being. If it holds below 4.17, we're looking for a move lower. Once it goes through though, then essentially we are back into 4.25, but the important thing here would be the high here. If it doesn't make it through, we're looking for a move back towards 4.04. So neutral bias for copper here. Bitcoin here. Bitcoin seems to be struggling right now. It did have the nice move higher. It opened higher for the day, but then we saw a big spike to the downside here. as we can see, quite a move to the downside, a lot of volatility in the market today. Right now, this is looking bearish. It is coming into support here. So that's something to be mindful of. However, once this support breaks, we are basically looking at 48,000, 48,800, and then back into the support level here towards 47,000. So bias here is neutral to bearish here. So if it, as long as it holds above this level here at 50,675, I will look for a move higher. But once it breaks, looking for a drop back down here. So a lot of volatility here. We'll have to keep an eye on this one. So right now, neutral to bearish bias for Bitcoin. S&P 500, we do have that bearish move. It barely closed below the support level here, bottom of the range. So in this case, I am looking for price to retest. So if it stays below 3,900, then looking for a further drop here. So something like this, 38.40 is the target. So bias here is actually 38.20. So bias here is bearish for S&P 500. Now with the stock markets here, Powell's testimony will have an impact, and also if there are positive comments or news in regards to the stimulus package being passed, those things will be positive for the stock market. However, if there are more barriers or hurdles in passing the stimulus or any kind of comments that are not supported, then that would be a concern. So right now, bias is bearish here. Next target is 13,120. Dow Jones here, this one as well. This one is a range bound. It is holding above the previous support resistance level here. It hasn't been able to make it through. It did come close here to retest it, but then it bounced back up. So right now, this is looking range bound. I will look for a retest of the high at 31,775. If it holds, we're looking for a range bound move again. So neutral bias here for Dow Jones. DAX here, DAX dropped nicely into the bottom of the range here, as we can see. In this case, I would look for a retest here towards 13,000, and if it holds, we are basically looking for a move back into the range here, potentially towards the high. So bias here is neutral for DAX. FTSE here, this is looking bearish as well. Now, we did see that drop here, and it bounced off of the support level. So if it doesn't make it through, I will look for a retest of 65.30. If it doesn't make it through, we are back up again. So at this point, neutral bias, and the support level here will be important. If it doesn't go through, we are looking for a move towards 66.35. So neutral bias here. Nikkei here, Nikkei is looking bearish, and we had a nice bearish candle close. So I'm looking for a retest and then a drop towards 29,720. So bias is bearish here for Nikkei. All right, so that's it for today. You guys have a wonderful trading day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.